It's week 2 of the National Football League, and our focus is on Noah Fant. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Vikings and the Packers on Monday Night Prime Time.
This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Green Bay. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a...
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Great beginning there under the bright lights of primetime.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in primetime is on you.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. On the counter, this is Robinson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You look at this Packers defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
They absolutely have to avoid the penalties, have to walk that line between being aggressive and the ones that get you in trouble. The illegal contact, pass interference calls, they've got to make sure that they don't have those. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 15 carries, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run in not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage, and forcing a 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. And the numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, 22 carries, 125 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up the field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Packers had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to have the Packers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Vikings 24-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Watson. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Now Love. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in his opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. That is caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something done.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an end route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And Lance going to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to the ground with Robinson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now left side on the swing pass. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of... Touchdown, Vikings! Christian Kirk, 33 yards. And the Vikings are once again back in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown, and he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Scott to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam is such a great goal-line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Meanwhile, Lance's throw into the hands of Fant. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. And Lance now to throw. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Lance again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Harold Landry from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside to 40 before being dropped. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 5. 95 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. And you know where I'm
fantasy.
Going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
You talk about fantasy line, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You don't.
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching
you do it. You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
They run a draw here on 2nd down, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sacked on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, they're going to go with the option. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. That's taking it around the 40. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Love now to pass on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll be down at the 46 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Love. Right side to Watson. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We got a strong first half out of the running back, Isaiah Pacheco. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now they need 2. Here's third down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
On play action. Love to throw.
So many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Taken in at the 22. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Now Lance. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12. First down, Minnesota.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 43, here's 2nd down at a yard. On play action, Lance. This is Fant on the short completion. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Again, it's Lance. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Toss play to Robinson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Edwards-Helaire is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Robinson. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good, and they have regained the lead. So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And, by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that, too.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. And they work this route upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 114 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Love from the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Knight. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Pacheco headed right. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the 20, here's 2nd down at 5. Now Love. And Watson has it right side. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Pacheco diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Taken at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row.
There he goes left side. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Vikings. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. Lance going to try to throw for this. And this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Working out of the gun. Love. And it is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 127 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On first down, Lance. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 10. Now play fake. Lance eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, And then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
You're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. Powers through it. Oh, and now some space to operate. Touchdown, Packers! Isaiah Pacheco, 43 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off of play action, here's Lance.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a close throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. After that play, we're going to get a pause here, an injured player, and that's the tight end, Zach Ertz, in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Running left to give to Pacheco. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, Love. We'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
This is 1st and 10. And Lance now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Lance looking to throw. Flushed out right. And some room to work. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Lance. His throw incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Lance. And his throw is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Lance, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete.
Fourth down and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise, but how about the coverage? They're able to bat it down.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Love. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 7. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Lance back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Noah Fant with a catch on the crossing route. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So for the Packers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.